What's going on, guys? The reviewer is here, and I'm back to give y'all this album review of K-Rino called Triple Darkness Volume 1 Wreck Time. Now, y'all should know who K-Rino is if y'all check out the last reviews that I did of him. And I'll make a playlist for that in case y'all may have missed it. So I'll start making playlists for like certain artists and put them all in order so that way y'all can actually take the time out to check the playlist and hear them and or watch them. All right, so this is K-Rino's. I'm not even going to list it because he has plenty of albums. I'll put that in the description box. All right, but I will say this is the volume 1 out of the volume 3 of the Triple Darkness that he came out with, and this is the real deal. And I have all 3 of the Triple Darkness. All right, so be on the lookout for those as I review them. All right, with that being said, y'all know that K-Rino been putting out albums for years and decades. Let's get on with it. So the producer for this album were X Productions, Dope E, Big Doc, Black Mike, Kaiser Soze, Droop, Jutla, and K-Rino himself. And I'll say the features as I go along with the tracks. Alright, so let me zoom it in. Also, rest in peace to AC Chill. Oh yeah, I think you can see it like that. Alright, so the first one is an intro and it's called Wreck Time. The beat is pretty nice, and y'all know how K-Rino does, man. This is like a battle rap type track right here, and he goes off, man, with the lyrical forms or the lyrical ability that he does, and definitely a banger from K-Rino, man. If y'all ain't heard this song before, this will be a good little introduction to hear him out and see how you dig him. He said a line on there that says, if you got tight metaphors, then I must have meta 5s. So he says crazy lyrics like that, it just wrecks your mind. Then the next one is called What You Gonna Do. This is probably one of my personal favorites off of the album. He speaks about some realistic things and all that stuff. I'm not gonna really get into it, but the beat is pretty solid. It's not bad, but the lyrics on there are dope. Then the next one is called Holla at Me. Now this right here was like a great inspiration when it first came out in 2008. There's a music video for the song as well, and he's pretty much talking about issues and personal issues that people go through, and he's saying like, if you need somebody to talk to, just holla at me or something. And it's a really deep song. I think most of y'all will appreciate this track because I know it helped me. Then the next one is called Blast on Them. This features K Water, and I believe K Water is K-Rino's brother. This is another nice track from K-Rino, and he comes through with some dope lyrics on there. I mean, this is a battling track, and I think one of the lyrics that I like when he says, "You must want a foot in your ass like a gay podiatrist." You know what I mean? Like, it's one of them crazy lines that he be spewing, and that line always stood out to me throughout the whole track. And then K Water comes through this, talking loud and all that stuff going off. So this is another nice track. Hood Rules. This is another one of my favorites off of the album. And the beat is pretty nice. And K-Rino comes through with some dope lyrics, dope flows. And they kind of go back and forth a little bit like tennis rap. I call it tennis rap. Then he's talking about hood and the hood and how things go down with the rules and stuff. Really nice. Then I'm going to go down to The God Within. Now, this was a track that was pretty solid. But if you listen to what K-Rino's saying on there, he's spewing some real facts. And the God within is, you have to hear it to understand what he's saying. So he's speaking some true, things about yourself and all that. So again, you have to peep it out. The next one is called Word Mastery. Again, this is a pretty solid track from K-Rino, but the lyrics on there is on point. I forgot, he said on one line, he said, I got angels proofreading my pamphlets or something. And I'm like, is another one of them crazy Word Mastery, which is the name of the song, and he goes in with them. And the next track after that one is called Two Sides to the Story. And this one right here is one of my personal favorites off of the album, because if you listen to it, it's a solid beat, but if you listen to the lyrics on there, he's telling some stories, and he's telling it in a weird way that you won't fully comprehend it. So it's one of my personal favorites because, like I said, he explains it so on point. Just peep that song out definitely when you get a chance. Then the next one is called Call 'Em Out. This is another track that I dig because he's talking about people that think they know it all, or those that want to hog the light or whatnot. And you got to hear it. But the beat on there is pretty solid for the most part. I forgot what line he said. He said, here's your tongue because you don't know what being real is about. So the next one is Knocking Out Hustle. This is another track that I really like. Again, it's a solid beat. And K-Rino is talking about how the South was hated back in the day. And I ain't gonna get too much into it, but you will have to hear what he's talking about and why that was said. The next one, I'm gonna go down to Transparent. This is a really nice track as well. If you don't understand what he's saying, he's talking about people, fake people that's transparent, and he can see right through them. That was a pretty solid track from K, and the lyrics is on point, man. The next one is Wrong for That. This features Justice Allah. Now, this is a track that I was feeling. The beat is nice and everything. Now, this one, he's talking about certain people that do fake moves or do ulterior motives. And at the end, he's like, man, you was wrong for that, man. And again, I ain't going to speak about the song. You have to hear it out. And Justice Allah is on some funny stuff. He reminds me of somebody, man, and I ain't gonna say his name, but he reminds me of someone that I personally know, and it could be people that you all know, who knows. Then the next one is Years Just Pass. Now this was another track that I kind of understand where he's coming from. K is talking about people who say they're going to do something with their life. Years pass, they still haven't done anything. So you have to hear this out to see what he speaks more about. The beat on there is pretty nice, not bad. Then President K is a track that I like as well. This song, he's talking about if he was the president, there are things that he would do to help the United States, which I won't get into. But I think there was a line on there that says he got beautiful women on his MySpace page. So that tells you that at the time MySpace was on and popping. Then Crazy. This features D1 and Stu. And this track here, he's talking about crazy women and crazy men. And you would have to hear it out for yourself. And they kind of arguing at the beginning about them. So it's a really good content if you get my drift. All right. Those are all the songs that I review for this volume. I pretty much review just about all of them. Now, I won't give a rating of this one as yet, because I'm going to go back and review Triple Darkness Volume 2, the lyrics. Alright, so be on the lookout for that as I proceed on with the Triple Darkness.